It's great to see you again. Now, let's dive into how people hunt the largest creatures on Earth. Whaling in Japan has a long history, dating back to the Yawey period. But first, I want to clarify that we only want to share information about cultures from many parts of the world, helping people understand more about the customs, habits, and lifestyles of different communities. We have absolutely no intention of spreading or encouraging any actions that harm animals. I myself am an animal lover, always respect life, and want to raise awareness about protecting nature as well as animals in the world. The Japanese exploited whales as a source of food and employed other parts of the whale, such as the fat and the skin, to manufacture a variety of items. Japan became one of the major nations in the whaling industry by the 19th century because of innovations in hunting techniques that were made during that time period. In spite of this, Japan withdrew from the International Whaling Commission in the year 2020 in response to pressure from within the international community. However, Japan continued its whaling efforts, albeit on a lower scale, in order to maintain its long-standing cultural practice and satisfy local demand. When searching for whales, the whaling fleet makes use of sophisticated equipment. To begin, radar systems and underwater sonar are able to assist in the detection of the existence of large animals in the waters that are close. These sensors send sonar waves down to the ocean floor and receive signals from objects that are located underwater. As a result, the ships are able to detect whale movements from a considerable distance. In addition, the ships are able to regularly update their precise locations as well as the locations of the whales, thanks to the technologies of global positioning systems, GPS, and satellite navigation systems. Hydrophones are also installed on the vessels so that they may listen for the sounds that the whales make as they communicate with one another or simply breathe. The crew is able to detect whale cries or breathing noises on the surface of the water with the assistance of hydrophones. Whales are known to make a variety of unique sounds with their vocalizations. Following the precise localization of the whales by the gadgets, the ships will travel into the area where they are located. The procedure starts with the launch of a harpoon that has been specifically tailored to reduce the amount of time and anguish felt by the whale. The whale is then lifted onto the deck by a hydraulic crane that is located on board, and the meat is placed in a compartment that is refrigerated in order to maintain its freshness until it is brought back to shore. Immediately after the whale is brought ashore, the processing of the meat begins at coastal facilities. This is done to guarantee that the meat is preserved in its freshness and maintains its nutritious content. Handling a whale demands the combined efforts of more than 5 personnel at the same time, because of the tremendous size of the whale. In order to cut through the layers of fat, skin, and internal organs, they make use of specialized long knives that are designed to break down the thick meat. A rigorous processing process is performed on dark red lean meat, since it is the most important element. The workers wash the meat numerous times with cold water in order to eliminate blood and other contaminants, which in turn reduces the natural fishy odor and makes the meat more soft. In order to manufacture fish oil and cosmetic items, whale fat is processed on the premises. Following its cleaning and subsequent cutting into pieces, the skin is then transformed into a particular delicacy that is renowned for its distinctive chewy texture. Additionally, whale organs are exploited, most frequently in the preparation of traditional soups. Throughout the entire operation, frigid temperatures are kept at a consistent level in order to preserve the quality of the meat. In order to improve the flavor of some cuts of meat, brine is applied to them right before they are distributed to fish markets and restaurants. Not only does processing the meat right at the shore help to maintain its freshness, but it also helps to save time on transportation, which guarantees that the product will be of the greatest possible quality when it is delivered to customers. Shark sashimi is widely considered to be one of the most well-liked foods in Japan. For the purpose of enhancing the distinctive flavor of the fresh red lean meat, it is sliced thinly, arranged in a beautiful manner, and served with soy sauce, wasabi, and occasionally a little bit of pickled ginger. This whale meat, which is supple and rich, has a naturally sweet taste, and it provides a gastronomic experience that is one of a kind and unforgettable when consumed. It is common practice to prepare whale flesh in the form of grilled dishes, in addition to sashimi. The thick slices of lean meat are marinated with traditional spices, and then they are grilled over hot coals, which results in an exterior that is slightly scorched and has a distinct aroma. In addition, whale flesh stew is a well-liked delicacy, particularly during the dry and chilly winter months. While the flesh is being cooked in a flavorful broth, the natural sweetness of the whale is combined with the veggies to produce a dish that is not only warm and satisfying, but also nourishing. It is common practice to fry whale fat in order to produce a golden, crispy coating. Additionally, whale fat can be utilized in stir-fried meals in order to impart a flavor that is both savory and fragrant. To be more specific, sections such as the tongue and liver are prepared in a separate manner. While the tongue is sliced thickly and grilled until it reaches the desired level of tenderness, the liver is typically slow-cooked, which results in a dish that is both flavorful and earthy, as well as extremely nutritious. What are your thoughts on recipes that involve whales? Make a comment in the comments section if you are interested in giving it a shot at least once. The minke whale and the SEI whale are the two whale species that are most commonly targeted by whaling in Japan, which is home to approximately 12 distinct species of whales. Not so long ago, Japan made a proposal to broaden its killing to include fin whales, citing the fact that their population has made great progress toward recovery and is now in compliance with the criteria for sustainable whaling. There have been substantial shifts in the whale hunting industry in Japan over the course of the last 10 years, particularly since the country withdrew from the International Whaling Commission, IWC, in 2019. Since then, Japan has resumed commercial whaling within its exclusive economic zone, keeping rigorously to regulations that it has established itself regarding the quantity of whales that can be hunted. Every year, Japan establishes a catch limit with the intention of ensuring the continued viability of marine resources over the long term. The annual limit for minke whales allows for a maximum of around 379 whales to be taken. On the other hand, the actual catch numbers are frequently lower than the quota, because to the stringent control procedures and the variable demand, respectively. The proactive management of whale populations in Japan not only contributes to the conservation of marine resources, but also allows for the preservation of the distinct cultural tradition that is associated with whaling, which has been around for millennia. The whale hunting hamlet of Taiji, which is situated in the prefecture of Wakayama, is renowned for its history that spans more than 400 years and is often regarded as the spot where whaling in Japan was discovered. Not only does whale hunting provide a means of subsistence for the inhabitants of Taiji, but it is also an integral component of their culture and the identity of their community. During the whale festival season, which occurs annually, the town is transformed into a bustling community because it welcomes thousands of tourists from all over the world, including those from Japan. Not only does the whale festival provide the people with the opportunity to demonstrate their reverence for the whaling history, but it also acts as a means of preserving and promoting their long-standing cultural traditions.